Let's talk free agency for the Chicago Bears and if it makes sense for them to sign a running back in free agency. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, hit that subscribe button down below. Would really appreciate that. That is the best way to support the channel. Would appreciate if you did so. All right, let's hop into this. So I want to talk about free agency, man, because obviously it comes before the draft. And so that's going to be the focus for the Bears. And it's coming up very soon here. And my question is, should the Bears go after a running back in free agency? Now, let's just start with who's available in free agency, who's out there for the Chicago Bears. And I have pulled up the most notable names for free agency with regards to the running back position. So we got guys like Aaron Jones, Raheem Mostert, Najee Harris, A.J. Dillon, Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Kareem Hunt. These are sort of the guys out there. Obviously, there's other guys that I haven't mentioned, like an Alexander Madison, etc. So, like, there's guys out there, but for the most part, these are sort of the best running backs on the board. So, again, going back to the question, does it make sense for the Bears to go ahead and sign one in free agency? On paper, like, ideally, you would say probably not because, hey, you have the draft, and it is a very strong running back draft. So you're most certainly going to draft a running back in this year's draft, right? And running back is a position where you want to have guys that are cheap on the rookie deals, and that's really the way you go about it, right? It's a bruising position, the most violent position in the most violent sport. You go ahead and you draft running backs, and you kind of just, use them, if you will, for the 4-year contract that you get as a rookie. But part of me just feels like maybe we could just use another back, specifically a bruiser, because look, if DeAndre Swift wasn't on the roster, I most certainly am saying we're going after a running back, right? But he is on the roster, and he's going to be on the roster. He's not going to get cut. And so we know that DeAndre Swift isn't the bruising running back. He is, to me, not even a 3-down back. And Ben Johnson had him and got rid of him or let him go when he had him in Detroit. So I know Ben Johnson is probably not the biggest fan. And I'm not saying DeAndre Swift doesn't have any role on this team. I'm just saying that I just feel like we're still missing that bruiser, if you will, that short yardage guy. And man, part of me just feels like if you can just get a guy for super cheap, right? I'm talking super cheap 1-year deal, max 2 years, if you will, like a Nick Chubb, like a Dillon, like a Mostert, like these guys who are really, really cheap, but you go ahead and you get them for a short-term deal. Well, I don't know if they're going to relatively be cheap, but you get them here for a short-term deal, and I think that would be a great addition to this team. Because, yeah, you can certainly have a rookie and expect him to come in and contribute, but if you have a running back room that, for instance, like just work with me here, consists of, DeAndre Swift, a rookie running back, and a Nick Chubb, I'm pretty happy with that, right? 3 running backs, that's pretty solid in rotation there. And so you've got your space back in DeAndre Swift. You've got your bruiser in Nick Chubb, if you will. It could be Mostert as well. It could be A.J. Dillon. And then you've got your kind of probably all-purpose back, future back for this team in the rookie that will probably be drafted. So to me, I think I'd do it. I think I just want it to be super cheap. That's it. So again, if these guys cost a lot, like I know Aaron Jones is going to probably cost a lot, like as far as the running back market, he's going to want to demand more. He had a monster season last year. So yeah, I'll pass on that. But if I can get a Nick Chubb for cheap, if I can get a Mostert for cheap, a Dillon for cheap, I'm going for it. I don't think Najee Harris is going to be cheap at all. J.K. Dobbins would be nice. But we know he's also a guy who's a little injury-prone. Rico Dowdle, maybe. Even Nick Chubb is injury-prone as well. We know that just because of the injury he suffered last season. So, to me, that's where I'm at with this because I just feel like Swift and a running back that we draft just isn't enough for this running back room, and I want more. And now we could draft multiple backs, but I'm just saying in free agency, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we just added one more running back, preferably a power back. So let me know what you guys think about that, man. Leave a comment down below. Do you agree, disagree? Should we sign a running back in free agency? Let me know down below in the comments as always. Thanks for watching.